Chess is a game of 64 squares, but the impact goes far beyond the board. It is a game of strategy, patience, and imagination. But it is also a game shaped by the people who play it, the people who inspire generations, and the people who bring it closer to the world. On International Chess Day, we look at the story of Indian chess through some of the voices and players who have helped shape its remarkable journey. When we talk about the rise of Indian chess, it is impossible to look beyond Vishwanathan Anand. Vishy did not just become India's first great chess champion, he inspired an entire generation to believe that an Indian could stand at the very top of world chess.
Stars. And I think the other thing that's really important to keep in mind is that the time period of Vishwanand when he was growing up and playing chess is very different than now. There was no technology. You basically had to read books, and even books, I would say, in English probably were not readily available on chess in India at that time, and he had to travel abroad, play all these events, and I really feel like he did it without anything. And if you compare it to the modern day generation, like even players like myself or Magnus, technology has been the great equalizer. We could be anywhere in the world, and we have that access in a way that didn't exist back when Anand was playing. But, that in and of itself would be incredible if he had just become the 5-time world champion and that's it. But when you look at the people, you look at the transformation of, I think, the way chess is viewed in India now, it's something that's viewed as a very intellectual sport. There's a lot of national pride around the game. That, I think, would not exist whatsoever without Vishy. So I think he deserves a lot of credit. Obviously, there are plenty of other people who've done things along the way, but I think he made it where it's acceptable. It's considered something that's worth trying. And it's just been incredible to see the rise of Gukesh, Prag, Arjun, even that second layer players like Nihal Sarin. They're amazingly strong. And I would just say without Vishy, none of it happens. Just flat out none.
Vishwanathan Anand opened the doors. Years later, a new generation of Indian players began pushing Indian chess into a new era. One of them was Pragananandha. From becoming a global sensation as a teenager to competing against the best in the world, Pragananandha has become one of the faces of India's new chess generation. Recently at the Norway Chess, not only did he win the title, but throughout the tournament he also defeated Magnus Carlsen. It was nothing but sheer dominance from his end.
Yeah, it was a great performance for me. It certainly will rank on top of my like victories. So it is special for many reasons, and especially coming back from being in the last place after round 6 to winning it after round 10 is something that that doesn't happen often. So that uh, I would say that this is like one of my best victories.
And twice beating Carlsen. Very rarely people do that.
Yeah, that will also add on to it. But for me, the tournament victory stands more than that. Like I think,
Of course.
that's more special to me. But of course, in the course of doing it, beating Magnus twice is also extremely special.
Before Pragananandha won the Norway Chess, it was his sister R. Vaishali who won the Women's Candidate Tournament in 2026. But before all of this took place, it was actually Gukesh who made history. He became the youngest world champion in chess history and took Indian chess to the highest point once again. But becoming a world champion also brought something Gukesh had never experienced at this level before. It was immense public attention. The success, the fame, and the fandom came with their own challenges.
Yeah, I have to admit, like, it is quite challenging. Obviously, it's a very positive change. It's a privilege for me to have the title, to have all these opportunities, and to see people taking up chess because of because of my achievements, and it's a very prestigious thing for me. But for me personally, yeah, after the World Championship, like till till November, December, I wasn't used to so much like uh, attention, so much like traveling around, so many like not used to so much hectic schedule. So it's something to deal with, and also it's true that kind of like you chase the world championship for like a year or two, and then suddenly it's over, and now you don't know what you're actually doing. It was initially that for me, like for the first 1 week or two, I was excited, but then also I was like every day I used to wake up and dream about becoming world champion. So that was kind of that was also what I read about other sports people, especially Olympic athletes, because they're like Olympics is like 4 years once. 4 years they give it their all, and then suddenly it's over.
You just met two of them.
Yeah, I just met two of them. So I really admire how they not only succeed but also how they handle success. And I'm still learning. It's been like a bit more than a couple of months, but yeah, still learning, still trying to deal with it. But we've made some. The first initial couple of weeks or maybe a bit more than that was tough. But then I went to like this two European tournaments. 1 month I was away from India. I was able to settle into things. Um, and yeah, now the next season has started, so I've gotten back into my training schedule, and I mean enjoying this success, but also putting my focus on where it needs to be.
On the occasion of International Chess Day, let us all celebrate athletes like R. Vaishali, R. Pragananandha, D. Gokesh, and many more who hail from India and have made the entire nation proud. This was an attempt to pay a small tribute to all the chess players all over the world. Thank you so much for watching the video and stay tuned to Revsportz.